This is Canyon Lake, a nice little lake, but it's very easy to get to, so a lot of people get to it. And there's lots of boats, lots of jet skis, that kind of thing. So if I want to get away from all the busy and all the noise, I usually have to go a ways, either go a ways back into the canyon or into some of the little offshoots where they're too shallow for some of the boats to go. Or what I'm going to do today, because I got my Packraft here, is I'm going to pack up the Packraft into my backpack and head out over into this area, because while the water area is heavily trafficked, very few people are getting off and exploring the land in this area. So I am going to do that and hopefully find some quiet. So these hawks seem to be scouting me out. Like pretty seriously, actually. Actually, I think they're turkey vultures. They are waiting for me to pass out so they can eat my eyes. I mustn't let them. It's a really hot day today, actually, so it seems kind of backwards that I'm going away from the water. But like I was saying before, sometimes it's just times that I feel like I need to get out away from the busyness into the more quiet, more untouched places. And by doing what I'm doing here, I'm not getting crazy far distance wise, you know, because the lake is still not too far from where I'm at right now. And I'd have to hike a good ways to really leave it behind. But just being in an untouched, or at least less touched environment is good for the soul. One thing I like about having a Packraft is you're not limited to just water or just land. I can go like I just did, packed up my boat and my pack, and now I'm on land. I can explore where I want. If I come across water again, I can drop back down to the water. Having that freedom to explore is awesome. So I found the other side of the this is where the lake comes around, so I just climbed up over a hill basically and got to this side of the water. But as you can see, not much of an entry point along most of this, unless I had a rope. But that's okay. I haven't been out here very long. I don't want to go in the water yet. So I might go, I think I'm going to come up over there, see what's over that way. Like the smallest sliver of shade right here, but it is sufficient, so I like it. When the sun's up high in the sky, there's not much unless you can find a little cave to burrow into. Big rocks like this don't cast much of a shadow, so you gotta take what you can get, but this is enough. It's dramatically cooler in here than it is out there in the sun. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. Right over this cliff is the lake again, and every now and then I hear the power boats going by, the jet skiers. The water kind of comes around here, and then back that way further is more of the lake, and so it's not like I'm way off the map. But for me, just getting to places like this is good for me. I would rather be, you know, out in a more remote place where I can just kind of really be to myself. But even this is cool because it's, you know, yeah, I can hear other people around, but nobody's coming up here. No one's going to be around here. And sometimes I just need that, that time, that solitude. I don't know. It's good. So I think I'm going to head on up over that kind of ridge piece right there, see what I can see over there. I'm pretty sure the terrain keeps staying kind of cliffy on this side, so it might be that I don't have an exit point to get back into my boat. I might have to backtrack and go back to where I came from, which is fine. Got enough water, food, I'll be good. I've been down in this water quite a bit, so it's cool to come up here and kind of see it from a different angle. And I think I might be able to get down over this cliff. There's kind of might be a little sketchy going down, but I think I can get down there and set in on the water down there. These cliffs over here look a little sketchy as far as getting down to the water. They kind of drop into ledges, and so I think if I navigate it right, I can get down to the water to put my boat back in the water. And I'm also seeing, like right here is the first path, and then it drops a cliff. But I think I can get around there because I keep finding little animal trails, and I know the bighorn sheep play around in these canyons, so they got to get down to water every now and then, so this might be one of their trails. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. I don't know if that's the best trail to follow though, because those bighorn sheep do some pretty crazy things. Definitely got some crazy rock skills beyond anything I got, so but I'll check it out. Hoping to be able to I think I can pull it off, drop down into there or something. It's not as sheer of a cliff as some of the other spots that I've come across, so I'm gonna give it a try. Pretty well established trail going on right there, and then another one that heads off in this way from different animals. And usually when they're this well established, they're going, you know, it's a regular route, like to get to water. So I'm gonna follow it and see where it takes me. So I just stepped on a huge thorns like this big, and felt it, so right away I lifted my foot up and tried to pull it out, but it broke off. So there's about this much of it still, like it went clean through the sole. These don't have a whole lot to them, so I try to watch my step, but every now and then, so it's like still coming out through there, and I can't seem to pull it out this way, and the end broke off on this side. So a pair of pliers would be nice, but I do not carry that. But I think I'm gonna just use, I think if I use the edge of my knife on here to kind of give me some leverage, not leverage, but to pin it up against here, I can pull kind of like a pair of makeshift tweezers. So I can't get a grip on the back end of it. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, that whole section was sticking up into my foot, and that's like just a fraction of what it was. Crazy desert. Just a light poke though. I think this is going to work. I've been kind of skirting around this cliffside here, but now it's given me this passage. So I think if I kind of zigzag my way down, the terrain kind of allows me to avoid all these little, kind of navigate through these stair steps, and I should be able to end up down in there where I can put my packraft in the water and paddle away. That's the other thing nice about packrafting. And if you're packrafting in desert places like this, it is key to end the journey in the water. You don't have to, but it feels so much better. It's refreshing. So I got all these tourists coming by on this ferry. I'm not sure they can see me. They kind of have to be looking to find me because I'm wearing natural colors and stuff. But it's got to be kind of funny if they do happen to see me, because there's no boat around. There's no logical way that I got out here. I'm just random dude hanging out in the desert. That's what I do. I just got my first view coming up over this thing here. I got a clear shot down to the water, so I'll be able to get my raft in the water soon.